Hey folks, it's me, M64 Bros. If you were someone that was born in 2000 like me, or before or after, then I'm assuming one of you guys might have played one of these Flash games. And don't worry, I'll get to the Sonic ones a little bit later in the future, or after this video. But the one Flash game I want to bring up is something I loved in my childhood ever since I was young. And let me tell you, that game being Super Mario Star Scramble. Now there are 3 games in the franchise and a couple of fan-made spin-offs, and including a Gamer Barrage Switch port that we're gonna go through later in the video. But for now, let's check out the original, shall we? Pulling off just a fantastic title screen with instructions on how to control Mario himself, Super Mario Bros. Star Scramble is actually a full-blown platformer collectathon, where you collect shine sprites and find your way to the exit after you collect them all, while avoiding enemies and obstacles around your path. And oh man, do I absolutely love this game's art style. It almost feels like something that would fit directly in a Game Boy Advance game. Also, just imagine it being like the very first new Super Mario Bros. Game before the new Super Mario Bros. DS games hit. I mean, that would be like very fantastic. And of course, my favorite part about this game is the Mario sprite itself. I absolutely love this sprite of Mario, and it's really fantastic. And the level design and everything about it is just mind-blowing. Yeah, I'm very stunned. One of my favorite parts about the game is when you press on SuperMario.com, it just leads you straight into Nintendo's actual official Super Mario website where you see all the upcoming games and stuff. I think the developer really wanted to be like a Nintendo developer or other stuff. That's probably my guess. Okay, pulling off with a very fantastic sequel opening, Super Mario Bros. Star Scramble 2 has a fantastic title screen with a 3D throwback to Yoshi's Island, which is very fantastic. As for the sequel itself, it's basically the same thing, but the background has improved, and they finally added Koopas finally. And of course, Mario can finally crouch. He couldn't crouch in the first game, but now he can. And it's basically the same just like the first game. You run around, collect shine sprites, and find your way through the exit without getting hit and avoiding a bunch of enemies and obstacles. And that's basically the same. But overall, this game is a little bit better than the first game. I wish there was a hub world in the game, but that's okay. But other than that, it's very fantastic. Almost going for like a Super Mario Flash remake design. And overall, it's pretty cool. Alright, but what about its spin-offs? Well, one spin-off was officially created by the official creator that made this game, while the other 3 are just, I think, fan-made spin-offs inspired by the original, but we'll soon find out once we play them. Let's start off with the spin-offs, shall we? As for Super Mario Bros. Star Scramble Ghost Island, it's basically the same thing as a sequel, but except rather than the world map or the hub area, you select a picture and Mario goes into the pipe and goes straight for the level. But like the others, you just collect shine sprites, avoid enemies and obstacles, and get to the door after you get them all. Also, the new thing they added was the booze finally. And by the looks of it, it looks pretty solid. Also, I love how this is a perfect game for Halloween, and I love the theme it's going for, and its pixelated art style. And it's pretty impressive. As for the 2 spin-offs, they're basically the same thing, but except they're not developed by RoundGames.com, which is the website that created both Super Mario Star Scramble 1, 2, and 3, and by the looks of it, their websites are pretty fantastic. The 2 spin-offs were officially created by Games1.com, and by the looks of it, they look like good average Mario spin-offs, but unfortunately they weren't created by Round Games, which explains the low quality. It's basically a game where you have to save both Toad and Luigi, and honestly, the Luigi one was almost perfect, but then there's this part where I couldn't get into the pipe, so a little bit bad for that one. But as for the Toad one, you're able to do the stuff. And even there was one for Sonic, which wasn't created by Games1.com. Instead, it was created by Play 4 Hours. And basically, it's the same as Mario saves Luigi and Toad and other stuff. And even made more save games as well. As for the third game itself, it looks absolutely beautiful and stunning. And also, originally, I didn't like the Mario sprite for that game, but after looking at its victory pose and looking at the sprite a bit more, I come to like it a little bit. And honestly, the game itself is going for a more of a new Super Mario Bros. Art style route, and I love its cute art style and sprite work animations. So basically, you collect stars this time instead of shine sprites, and along with the stars, you collect these purple block things. I don't know what they're called. Also, you can finally have the Fire Flower in that game, which is pretty cool. So Super Mario Star Scramble 3 was the last Flash game of the series, and basically that's about it. If you look up Mario Star Scrambles on Round Games, if you can already tell, sadly they don't have it anymore. Which I'm assuming there might be some broken DMCA issues or other shenanigans, but yeah, I can't say I blame them for that part. So sadly, after that there was basically nothing. So after Super Mario Bros. Star Scramble 3 came out, there wasn't any other tie-in game or fan game or spin-off about that ever again. And sadly, almost a little bit of people starting to forget Super Mario Bros. Star Scramble. And us old fans really wish it came back in a cool way, and that's where Nintendo brought in Game Builder Garage, so fans can finally make their own games, of course, on their game. And during that time, two awesome badass creators legit created, and they're still working on, a recreation of Super Mario Bros. Star Scramble, and by the looks of it, it looks like it's very accurate to the actual Flash game. Well, almost. They're still working on it though, but I respect their manners. But honestly, the port looks very, very fantastic. It almost looks like if Super Mario Bros. Star Scramble had RTX mode on. And you gotta give the two developers credit. I gotta give them both shoutouts. So both Dals and Skatatal, if I pronounce that name hopefully, if not then that's okay, are precisely working on this game still, so I still respect their mans. But honestly, as a Flash game player of my own, I've always wanted to take Mario Star Scramble on the go, and let me tell you, it's absolutely perfect. It almost looks like an actual Switch port, but in more RTX mode. And you gotta give these two credit. They did a phenomenal job with this game, and I'm really excited to see what more comes in the future. But other than that, I'll be very patient and I'll respect their manners. By the end of the day, Super Mario Bros. Star Scramble is still a fantastic classic, along with the sequel and his third game, and I'm more excited to see what's in more of the store for the Switch port as well. Its sprite works are amazing, its art style is fantastic, and it will always be one of my favorite Mario Flash games.